Sa stream ba, kailangan mo sa stream ba, naka-off cam pa rin tayo?
Wait, hindi na kailangan on cam?
Di ba,
Guys. Pwede naman kayo mag-on cam.
mag-on cam ba o hindi? Malay mo yung
Pwede naman, pre.
off cam, tas yung iba na-on cam.
Sige, pre.
Cam na lang.
On cam na lang, pre.
Sige, sabihan mo lang kapag magsa-start na yung stream.
Sige.
Mag-start na ng stream. Kala ko po.
Wait lang, hintay muna kayo.
Asesino, guys. Ayan, sinawa. Guys?
Okay na ba yung mic ko?
Oo naman. Okay na. Okay yung mic mo. Nakita niyo yung pinost ko sa FB? Yung FB page mismo?
Oo, nakita.
Na-share na? So guys, okay naman yung script. No?
Yeah, okay naman. But,
So, na-access niyo yung script mismo?
nandiyan kami.
Pinandun na kayo lahat. So, by 5 p.m., let's start now. Okay. So, by 5 p.m., let's start now. Okay.
Yung sa question part, yung question and answer part?
Di ba yung sa, pag na-spin the wheel ko, tas may napili ng answer yung spin the wheel, sunod-sunod tayo magsasagot. Kunyari, ako muna, tas pagkatapos naman si Isis, then
Okay.
tas ikaw. Yun.
Ang tanong, sino si Tara?
Ha?
Ha?
Ano yun? Wait, tanggalin ko na lang yung yan. I forgot that, sorry. Kasi nakuha ko kasi. Okay. Yun, okay na yun, Noah. Okay. So so far, okay naman yung script natin. Goods na? Mhm. 11, conclusion. So guys, that's exactly 5. Diyan, dito tayo mag-stream. Simula tayo at 5.
Aha.
Ano yung mag-on cam na tayo?
Okay, okay pare. Sige, on cam na tayo para
Wait
makita.
lang, wait lang.
Okay.
Restart ko muna laptop ko.
Oh no. Air, pakibilisan na lang. Ano? Ano? Okay na. Okay. Guys, open cam nga kayo kung gumana. So nawa ibaliktad yung ayan na. ISIS yung kamo. Ah. Hmm. Si Noah, guys.
Kaya po eh.
Aaron, ba't di kita makita? Hmm. Ayan na si Noah. Okay na, guys. Aaron, ba't di ka makita, Ben?
Nasira talaga yung camera ko. Wala tayong
Sige.
magagawa dyan.
Pwede ka naman mag off cam if that's the case. Okay na, guys. So 5 na. So start natin yung let's start. Wala, adjust ko ng screen.
Gagi, pangat lang.
Hmm. Guys, let's start now. So 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our second live stream podcast about climate change in the age of mental health. I'm Nalwin, and I'm joined today by esteemed co-host Isis, Aaron, and Noah.
Hello, everyone. We're excited to delve into this critical topic that explores the intersection of environmental concerns and mental well-being.
Indeed, Isis, with climate change increasingly impacting our planet and our lives, it's essential to understand its effects on mental health and well-being.
Absolutely, Aaron. Throughout this live stream, we'll explore the challenges individuals face in coping with climate change related stress and discuss strategies for building resilience in the face of environmental uncertainty.
But before we dive in, let's introduce ourselves and let's introduce ourselves briefly and share why this topic is personally meaningful to us. So first of all, I'll present my screen. Wait lang. Ay, nakita nyo na, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so let's go. So I'm Nalwin, and I'm honored to be here as your host for this important discussion. The topic of climate change and mental health is meaningful because it highlights the profound psychological and emotional toll of the climate crisis, requiring a holistic approach to support the community's well being.
Hello, everyone. I'm Isis, and I'm thrilled to join my co-host and our audience in exploring this crucial topic that impacts us all.
hi, chat. My name is Aaron, and I'm excited to be part of this conversation, as this is a very interesting topic to talk about.
Greetings everyone, I'm Noah and I'm grateful for the opportunity to contribute to this discussion as someone who has witnessed the effects of climate change firsthand. I'm passionate about addressing its impact on mental health.
Thank you, everyone, for those introductions. Now, let's take a moment to share our personal connections to the topic of climate change and mental health. So, let's go with ISIS.
For me, exploring the intersection of climate change and mental health has shed light on the profound emotional toll it can have on individuals and communities, fostering a deep understanding and empathy among listeners.
Similarly, I've seen some people who have experienced significant distress related to climate change, whether it's eco anxiety, depression, or grief over environmental loss. These experiences have highlighted the urgent need to address mental health in the context of climate change.
My personal connection to this topic from my own experiences growing up in a region affected by severe weather events and environmental degradation. Witnessing the impact of these changes on my community and the mental health of those around me has fueled my commitment to advocating for climate action and mental health support.
Mhm. Uh, okay. Thank you all for Thank you all for sharing your personal connections to the topic. It's clear that each of us brings a unique perspective and expertise to this discussion, and I'm excited to explore this important intersection further.
Absolutely, Nawan. By combining our knowledge and experiences, we can gain a deeper understanding of the challenges posed by the climate change and the in which it affects our mental health.
And let's not forget the power of personal stories and lived experiences in shaping our understanding and empathy for those affected by climate related mental health challenges.
I couldn't agree more. By sharing our stories and listening to the experiences of others, we can foster compassion, resilience, and collective action in the face of environmental uncertainty.
Well said, Noah. With that, let's dive into our discussion and explore the ways in which we can address climate change in the age of mental health. So let's go with. Wait lang. Wait. Guys, let's move now to the climate crisis na lang. Noah. Noah, dito na. According to the recent data. Go. Okay. Yung sa slide 3. Okay. Okay. Wait lang. Wait lang. Nawa yung sa... Move on na tayo sa ano. Yung sa climate crisis na lang.
Wait, isang viewer lang yung na nanonood.
Mm.
Ikaw lang yata yun, Alwin eh.
Oo.
Wait, pwede bang ulitin?
No.
Eh, kukunin ko yung sa...
I already posted sa FB eh.
Na,
Okay. It's okay.
we messed up.
Yeah.
Sige,
Move on na
ulitin
tayo sa
lang.
climate crisis. Noah.
Wala eh.
According, ano,
Wala na. Ang tagal na ng ano.
But they can rewatch it naman. Sige.
okay.
Go.
According to the recent data, the Earth's temperature has risen about approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era, leading to more frequent and intense natural disasters such as wildfires, hurricanes, and floods.
These events not only devastate ecosystems and communities but also have profound effects on mental health, triggering anxiety, depression, and trauma among those affected.
And let's not forget about the long-term consequences of climate change, including food and water scarcity, displacement, and loss of livelihoods, all of which contribute to chronic stress and psychological distress.
It's clear that climate change isn't just an environmental issue, it's a public health crisis with far reaching implications for mental well being. So, how do we navigate this intersection between climate change and health?
Noah.
That's a great question, Aaron. Research has shown that exposure to climate related events can lead to a range of mental health issues, from acute stress reactions to chronic conditions like post traumatic stress disorder or PTSD.
Additionally, the phenomenon known as eco anxiety is on the rise, with many people feeling overwhelmed by the scale of environmental degradation and uncertain about the future.
And let's not forget about eco grief, the deep sadness and mourning experienced in response to ecological loss. It's essential to acknowledge and address these complex emotions in our discussions about climate change.
It's clear that the psychological toll of climate change is immense, but there are also opportunities for resilience and growth. Let's explore some coping strategies that some people can adopt to navigate these challenges.
That's right, Aaron. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and spending time in nature can help restore a sense of calm and connection, even in the face of environmental uncertainty.
And let's not underestimate the power of community support. By coming together to share experiences, resources, and solutions, we can strengthen our collective resilience and create a sense of hope for the future.
Indeed, Nolan, building resilience isn't just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about bouncing forward and creating a more sustainable and equitable world for generations to come.
But as we discuss coping strategies, it's crucial to recognize that the impacts of climate change are not felt equally across society. Marginalized communities, including low income, indigenous, and minority populations, are disproportionately affected and face unique mental health challenges as a result.
That's a crucial point. It's essential to adopt an intersectional approach to addressing climate related mental health disparities. We must amplify the voices of those most impacted and ensure that our solutions are inclusive and equitable.
This requires not only addressing the root causes of environmental injustice, but also providing access to culturally competent mental health care and support services for marginalized communities.
Absolutely, Nawan. By centering the experiences and needs of those on the front lines of climate change, we can create more resilient and adaptive communities that are better equipped to face challenges ahead.
Now, let's shift our focus to solutions and actions. What can communities do to mitigate the impacts of climate change and mental health?
One crucial step is advocating for policies and initiatives that address both the root causes and consequences of climate change. This includes supporting renewable energy, sources, investing in green infrastructure, and promoting sustainable land use practices.
Additionally, we can all take steps to reduce our carbon footprint and live more sustainably in our daily lives. Whether it's reducing energy consumption, minimizing waste, or supporting local and organic agriculture, every action counts in the light against climate change.
And let's not forget about the power of collective action. By joining forces with like-minded individuals and organizations, we can amplify our impact and create positive change on a larger scale.
It's clear that addressing climate related mental health challenges requires more than just individual action. It also requires access to resources and support services for those in need.
Fortunately, there are many organizations and initiatives dedicated to supporting individuals affected by climate change. From online support groups to counseling services to community resilience building programs, there are resources available for individuals at every stage of their journey.
Okay, and let's not forget about the importance of self care. In addition to seeking professional help when needed, it's essential to prioritize our own mental and emotional well being, whether through exercise, creative expression, or spending time with loved ones.
Taking care of ourselves is not only crucial for our resilience, but also for our ability to contribute meaningfully to the collective effort to address climate change.
Now, let's hear some inspiring cases of studies from people who are leading the way in addressing climate related mental health challenges.
One example is the Climate Psychiatry Alliance, a group of mental health professionals dedicated to raising awareness about the psychological impacts of climate change and advocating for policy change to address them.
Okay, saan na tayo? And address them. Mhm. And that's sana tayo guys. Mm.
Oh,
Okay. Another inspiring initiative is the Youth Climate Strike movement, led by young activists around the world who are demanding urgent action on climate change and highlighting the mental health toll of environmental inaction.
And let's not forget about grassroots community efforts such as urban gardening projects, ecotherapy programs, and climate resilience workshops that are empowering individuals to take control of their mental health in the face of environmental uncertainty.
well, those are some incredible examples of people taking action against climate change. Okay, next up is our icebreaker.
Okay guys, I'll wait.
Interesting knowledge.
Ay, na, wait, spin the wheel ko. Kasi nakita nyo na, itong spin the wheel ko.
Aha, andyan
Okay.
na.
Alright guys, so okay everybody. So we're now going to proceed with our icebreaker. You're probably wondering, okay, what is our icebreaker for today? Well, our icebreaker is this big wheel, and you might be thinking, oh, okay, what about that wheel is so special, right? What makes this an icebreaker with the topic being from climate change and mental health, right? Well, this icebreaker is about climate change on mental health topics. What our experience on climate change is? That's basically what this wheel is. It's full of questions that talks about that. So what we're going to be doing is basically there's going to be four different people, me and others. We're going to be go from the order of me to Isis to Aaron and then to Noah. That's going to be our order for this. For example, for me, I'm going to spin the wheel and then whatever it lands on, I'm going to answer that question. And then Isis next, and then Aaron, and next, then finally we get Noah. After this, we're going to proceed in the conclusion. So let's now go ahead and see the first question for me. So let's spin the wheel. So the first question is, so how can we ensure that our responses to climate related mental health challenges are inclusive and equitable? Uh, for me, that question is critical kasi one way to ensure inclusivity and equity is by actively involving in marginalized communities and such communities in the development and implementation of mental health interventions support support and services. This might involve partnering with the community organizations, grassroots activists, and cultural leaders to co-create programs that are culturally incompetent, linguistically accessible, and sensitive to the unique needs and experiences of different populations. Additionally, it's essential to address the systematic barriers and inequities that contribute to mental health disparities, such as poverty, racism, and discrimination. By advocating for policies and initiatives that create a more inclusive and supportive environment for all individuals affected by climate change. So, yan lang yung view ko about that. So, let's move on sa second question. Let's go with for ISIS part. So, yun. What can communities do to create supportive spaces for those experiencing eco-anxiety? Ano kaya sa tingin mo, ISIS?
Now,
Okay.
one way communities can create positive, supportive spaces is by hosting eco anxiety support groups or workshops where individuals can come together to share their experiences, feelings, and coping strategies in a safe and non-judgmental environment. Additionally, community organizations and mental health professionals can collaborate to provide resources and support services tailored to the unique needs of those experiencing eco-anxiety. This might include therapy sessions, mindfulness practices, and or nature-based interventions aimed at promoting resilience and well-being. It's also important for communities to foster a culture of empathy, understanding, and mutual support where individuals feel empowered to express their concerns and seek help without fear of stigma or judgment.
Okay. That's a nice answer, Isis. So let's now move on na tayo sa third question, which is for Aaron. Hmm. So Aaron, no question for you. So how can technology be leveraged to address climate-related mental health challenges?
Well, technology can play a significant role in addressing these challenges by increasing access to mental health resources and support services, especially for underserved communities. Telepathy platforms, mobile apps, and online support groups can provide accessible and affordable options for those in need of assistance. Additionally, technology can be used to raise awareness about the psychological impacts of climate change and mobilize collective action. Social media campaigns, virtual events, and digital storytelling initiatives can all help amplify voices and foster connections among individuals working towards a common goal.
Okay. So that's a nice question, Aaron. So okay, let's now move on para kay Noah. Ito na yung last question. This is for Noah. So Noah, last question na to. So for you, how can individuals overcome feelings of helplessness and despair in the face of climate change?
Um, that's an excellent question. One way individuals can overcome these feelings is by taking action, no matter how small. Whether it's reducing your carbon footprint, supporting environmental initiatives, or participating in community resilience building efforts. Every action counts. It's also essential for individuals to find ways to stay informed and engaged without becoming overwhelmed. Setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and finding support networks can help alleviate feelings of helplessness and despair.
Hmm. So guys, okay. I appreciate all of your inquiries and contributions to the discussion. Let's finally proceed to the conclusion.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's summarize some key takeaways from today's discussion.
Mhm. Uh, throughout our discussion, Throughout our discussion, we've underscored the profound interconnection between climate change and mental health, emphasizing that addressing one necessitates addressing the other.
We've
Crisis.
delved into the topic. We've delved into the alarming statistics and real life impacts of climate change, highlighting how rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and environmental degradation contribute to heightened stress, anxiety, and trauma.
Furthermore, we explored the concept of eco anxiety and eco grief, acknowledging the emotional toll of witnessing ecological destruction and uncertainty about the future.
Importantly, we've stressed the disproportionate burden placed on vulnerable communities, including low-income population, indigenous people, and marginalized groups, who often bear the brunt of environmental injustices and lack access to adequate mental health support.
Mm, all right. So, in light of these challenges, we've proposed a multi-phase approach that includes individual coping strategies and community resilience, and wait. In light of these challenges, we've proposed a multi-phased approach that includes individual coping strategies, community resilience, building efforts, and systematic change.
By prioritizing self care practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and spending time in nature, individuals can bolster their mental resilience and cope more effectively with climate related stressors.
At the community level, fostering supportive spaces, promoting social cohesion, and providing culturally competent mental health services are essential steps towards building resilience and promoting well being.
Additionally, we've highlighted the importance of advocacy policy changes, and collective action in addressing the root causes of climate change and supporting vulnerable communities.
Okay. By amplifying marginalized voices, advocating for equitable policies, and mobilizing resources, we can create a more a just and sustainable future for all.
In conclusion, addressing mental health in the context of climate change is not only a moral imperative, but also a strategic necessity for building a resilient and thriving society.
We must seize this moment to take decisive action, uplift those most affected, and work together towards a future where mental well being and environmental sustainability go hand in hand.
Let's commit to this collective endeavor, recognizing that by supporting each other and prioritizing the needs of the most vulnerable, we can create a world that is healthier, more just, and more resilient for generations to come.
Um, with that, we'd like to thank all of you for joining today and for your thoughtful questions and contribution to the discussion. So until next time, for our next like until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And remember that together we have the power to create positive change. As we build farewell to our incredible audience, we hope you leave feeling inspired and empowered to make a difference in your communities and beyond. Together, let's continue to raise awareness to, and and take action and work towards a brighter, more sustainable future for all. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep shining your light and making a positive impact in the world. Goodbye. And also, please, I'll be sending a feedback form in our Facebook page later. So please answer that. I highly encourage you for that. So, guys, thank you. Goodbye. Okay.
Goodbye, chat.
Yes, sir.